After leaked documents showed many were turning to rivals like TikTok and Snapchat. Comedian Dave Chappelle defending his new Netflix special. He posted a video on Instagram admitting he doesn't understand what all the controversy is about. He says everyone he knows from the LGBTQ community has been loving and supportive. Some describe his jokes as transphobic. And could there really be another planet in our galaxy? Astronomers say that's what they found using a NASA telescope. It's believed to be the size of Saturn and 28 million light years away from the Milky Way. We got delays on the 710 from the Kfi in the sky next.
I'm Susan Owen, managing partner at OPO Law, where we've had a...
Lowe's has durable, stylish flooring.
JB Hunt. What's a JB Hunt?
Per square foot. Order now, only at Lowe's. See in-store associate or product detail page for warranty information.
Still got weather from KFI, sunny with highs mid-60s to right at 70. This report is brought to you by Lowe's. We're watching your ride on the 710 and it's Lowe's.
Yeah, we're pretty good news on who we're listening to. They feel free. Once you get past one, pretty good job up to the 5. Falcons got still. And pretty good shape all the way down to the left. So this is just the left. Now, this is probably one of the big ones. It's very much a great seat. It's a computer style. The North 5, North down on square. The first one you saw. One of that city is to the southern district. That's how we go by. And when you look at the 105, if you hold that, don't go well. Everything else, this is super woman, super all around town, just bar. Hey, up high in the sky.
Finding the right candidate, slowing you down, help safety your hires with Indeed. Their hiring platform makes it easy to attract, train, and interview candidates all in the same way. To find your next great hire, visit Indeed.com/career.
Hey, Conda here. Know why I got a whole house water filtration system from Puritan Water? Because I don't want to wonder if my family's tap water is safe. No more wasting money on bottled water, no plastic bottles to recycle, and no more visits to the chiropractor's office because you're lifting 5-gallon bottles of water or 40 pounds of salt. No calcium buildup on faucets or shower heads, and that alone is worth it. Puritan extends the life of your water heater. Stay on with this clean water. Puritan Water offers free lifetime service. No one else can make that claim. The system takes up a little tiny amount of space. So let's get Puritan, California's preferred whole house water filtration system. And for a limited time, when you buy a whole house system, you get the 6-stage alkaline drink system for free. 844-80-WATER. 844-80-WATER. That's P-U-R, again, water.com. Spelled wrong, but the water's right. 844-80-WATER.
The Puritan man is your best friend. To make your water pure.
Do you know what the 3 biggest risks are to your retirement income? They're taxes, healthcare costs, and inflation. Is your portfolio properly diversified to help withstand them? If you don't know, call 833-PLAN-EFE right now. Get your free retirement review from Edelman Financial Engine. Even though you've spent decades saving and making good decisions on your own, you deserve the answers and peace of mind a professional financial advisor can give you. One of our experienced planners will see if your strategy has any gaps and help you protect against these risks eroding your savings and impacting your goals and your lifestyle in retirement. And you'll receive an integrated financial plan, an $800 value created specifically for your circumstances and needs for free. But you need to act now. Call 833-PLAN-EFE by tonight at 10 p.m. That's 833-PLAN-EFE. Or visit EdelmanFinancialEngines.com. Call now.
When Bill and I needed new windows over 20 years ago, we picked a company we thought would do a good job. We were so disappointed.
So we saw a genuine need for a company with strong character, one that people could have faith in.
American Vision Windows was born right then and there.
What sets American Vision Windows apart is easily the culture. Their greatest investment is in their employees, and it shows.
It was a great experience. I couldn't ask for anything better.
I've been in the construction trades for 35 years. The level of quality of products that they use for their prep work was top-notch.
American Vision Windows continues to revolutionize the home improvement industry, one customer at a time, while changing the lives of our employees for the better. It's so simple.
Happy employees, Happy customers.
For a limited time, we pay the tax, plus 0 payments until 2023. Call 888-226-9908. That's 888-226-9908. Or visit AmericanVisionWindows.com. Tax based on materials only. On purchase of 8 or more windows cannot be combined with any other office. Unapproved credit. Some restrictions apply. Offer expires 11/30/21. CSLB number 778326.
Attention savvy investors. Looking for predictable monthly cash flow? How about double-digit targeted returns? Want to reduce uncertainty while hedging inflation and stock market risk? If you want the safety and security of a real estate investment, but without the hassles of being a landlord, you've probably heard of NRIA. NRIA is an industry-leading real estate development firm in its 15th year, developing strategically located, lower-risk, high-demand neighborhoods based on supply-demand imbalance. They're a great fit for safety-oriented investors who want cash flow and diversification into carefully chosen real estate. Learn more about the NRIA Real Estate Development Fund at nria.net or call 800-800-1414. That's 800-800-1414.
An offer of securities is only made by the NRIA Private Placement Memorandum. Read it first. Past performance does not guarantee future results. NRIA is a real estate development firm. Learn more at nria.net.
What is the definition of insanity?
Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result.
Yes.
You've worked with Bill Handel for 15 years.
Well, I don't know if
And
this
you
is
expect...
him.
Well, who else leaves a Band-Aid? What, that Band-Aid is bent or something.
Gary and Shannon.
Ew.
Weekdays at 10 a.m. on KFI.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. It's the Bill Handel Show. He's here. He was, oh, here he comes down the hall. Hey, this happens occasionally. You get distracted during a break, and you don't make it back in time. Welcome back to your own show, Bill. Do you want to share whatever got you distracted? I know you were in your office.
No, I just, I'm cooking up a burrito, actually.
Ah, okay.
Food prep,
That
that's
was
what
a short
it is.
break.
That seemed to be a very short break on this time day. So,
Anyway, welcome
all right,
back.
thank you very much.
I've given the call letters and the slogan of the station.
Okay, excellent. So let's move on as we finish Handle on the News with Jennifer Jones-Lee, Wayne, and me.
There's a study out of UCLA that suggests breastfeeding may protect the brain against diseases like Alzheimer's. They say that many studies have found the benefits from breastfeeding for the baby, but not a lot have looked at the implications for the mom.
So it's good for the mom, the breast, well, actually not that particularly good for the breast. Because, all kinds of... Okay, but it's good for the mom in terms of the brain.
Yes,
Okay.
good for their cognitive function.
Excellent. We've had discussions.
All right, we get it. You're
Okay.
in the union called SAG-AFTRA. We
Oh.
get it.
No. That's, I was just talking. I was going to go off on cognitive thinking. That's all. But let's just move on.
Okay. Oh, well, they got Facebook on the ropes, and now that Senate Commerce Subcommittee on Consumer Protection is going after the YouTube, the TikTok, and the Snapchat. They have called executives from each of those three concerns to go through the same grilling that they gave to Facebook, because they really want to get to the bottom of how evil these companies are and their platforms are and their secret algorithms are.
To make money.
And I heard it, to make money,
Which
to
is
hurt,
what, of course,
to hurt the children.
Yeah, that's a different issue. If they knew it hurt the children, and I think the other argument, which makes a great deal of sense and it resonates, is that they are a perfect platform for hate speech, and they didn't do enough. And they knew the hate speech was happening, and they didn't develop enough algorithms to deal with that. I don't know if that's going to fly, because according to Facebook specifically, because we haven't had this hearing yet as far as the other platforms, they're saying if you look at all the millions of documents, you'll see that we actually did what we did. So,
All right, speaking of not doing enough, dozens of Netflix employees walked out of the headquarters in LA last week because they were protesting the continued streaming of Dave Chappelle's special that they say was transphobic. Now, the CEO of Netflix said I screwed up. I had a group of employees who were feeling pain and hurt from the decision we made, and he said I should have led with a lot more humanity. That aside, Dave Chappelle says, hey, sure, I'm willing to meet with the transgender community, but you're doing it on my terms. First of all, you will not summon me. You cannot come if you have not watched my special from beginning to end. You must come to a place of my choosing and a time of my choosing. And thirdly, you must admit that Hannah Gadsby is not funny.
Yeah, she is, she's a media person. I think she's at the meeting also.
She's a comedian.
She's a comedian from Tasmania.
Yeah, ripped into Chicago. I started watching.
Actually, I don't think she ripped into Chappelle. She ripped into Netflix.
Okay,
Big time.
I know she said on Instagram that Chappelle's special would unleash hate and anger in the LGBT community.
Has anybody watched it? I started watching it. I don't find him particularly funny. That's just my take on it. I want to finish the rest of it because I'm only in the first few minutes and then something happens. So he has not yet gotten to the transphobia stuff and the the LGBTQ attack. Does he only attack trans or does he attack the entire community?
Well, in this particular special seems to really be focused on the controversy that his last special generated because of some material about the trans community, which was a smaller part of the last special. This special is overwhelmingly a reaction to the backlash that he got last time. He's working out these things through his work now, and some people are, saying it's not as funny as if you were just trying to be funny. I don't know, but look, he makes a lot of money for Netflix, and they're not going to say just because this guy's stuff is offending some people, we're not going to do business with him, because then they couldn't do business with anybody. All right. When we do this $1,000 giveaway, what's the big thing you tell people? They get a call from a number they don't recognize. And what do they have to do? They have to pick it up. Yeah. Well, here's a guy who's going to follow your advice. Now, he wasn't trying to win money. Somebody got lost on a mountain in Colorado. They lost the trail, and they were trying to find it again. In the meantime, rescuers did come out to try to find this person, and they knew who they were looking for, and they had this person's wireless phone number, and they called this person. And the calls went through. And he or she, we don't know.
Yeah, that's why this person.
They didn't answer because they didn't recognize the number, so they didn't answer it. And finally, they were able to get out and get back to their car. So the search and rescue people are saying, if you are overdue on your itinerary out in the wilderness, and you get multiple calls from an unrecognized number, answer the damn thing, because it might be search and rescue trying to help you.
You would think, wouldn't you?
This person is lost, and the phone rings, and they go, I don't know who this is. I'm not going to pick it up. I'd be willing to talk to a scammer from Bangalore at that point, because I say, listen, I know you want to rip me off, but I'm lost on a mountain in Colorado. Any chance you could, do something for me? And make a call?
Think about this. The hiker missed his or her Mensa meeting. That's probably the worst part of it. So we're done, guys. So much for... We went through a whole pile, as a matter of fact. That doesn't happen all that often. Coming up, we're going to talk about that Facebook story and the public relation crisis and all of these platforms. Well, how about the legal part of it? Because right now it's basically PR and being attacked by the Senate and the House, particularly the Senate. Now we're going to talk about legal liability, and that's coming up when we come back. This is KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Your vaccine for stupidity. KFI.
KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Calling for change. I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. More than 28,000 people have now signed a petition urging actor Alec Baldwin to use his influence and get real guns banned from movie sets. Actor Jeffrey Johnson is among those in the industry who say in this day and age there is no age for studios to use real guns.
The fake stuff looks just fine. And post-production can make it look even better. So yeah, completely unnecessary, and I'm all for that.
California State Senator Dave Cortese says he's planning to introduce legislation that would get both ammunition and real guns off movie sets. All of this is coming in response to the accidental on-set shooting and killing of a cinematographer by Baldwin. News is brought to you by Water Heaters Only. Cargo companies using the ports of LA and Long Beach could face daily surcharges for containers still sitting on the dock.
Companies moving containers by truck will have 9 days. Those shipped by rail, 3 days. But starting November 1st, if those containers are still waiting to be moved past those deadlines, the cargo companies will be charged $100 per day per container. LA Port Executive Director Gene Soroka says 40% of all containers at the terminal fit into these two transportation categories, and giving them out will help relieve backlogs. Gregory, Kfi News.
A beach water advisory has been put into effect for LA County because of the rain. County health officials say the runoff from the rain is expected to carry bacteria, chemicals, and trash right into the ocean. The advisory will be in effect until Thursday, but it may be extended. Protesters have yelled, "Face us," outside Carson City Hall as officials declared an emergency over a foul odor that's plagued the city for weeks.
Mayor Lula Davis Holmes says the county, state, and feds also need to declare an emergency to free up resources and clean up the smelly, decaying organic material in the Dominguez Channel.
We're still here smelling this odor 21 days later.
Senator Steve Bradford says people are reporting nausea, headaches, and burning eyes. This is not just an odor.
This is a human health crisis. Hydrogen sulfide is toxic.
Officials said yesterday a state emergency will also help with hotel vouchers and air filtration units. In Carson, Corbin Carson, KFI News.
Police say illegal drugs may have killed 3 people whose bodies were found in a home on Balboa Island at Newport Beach. The bodies of 2 women and a man were found in the home yesterday, and another man at the home was taken to the hospital. Police say a hazmat team was sent to the home to process evidence. An FDA advisory panel will meet today to discuss and possibly recommend Pfizer's COVID-19 shot for kids 5 to 11. ABC's Faith Abube says if the FDA recommends the Pfizer vaccine for kids, the CDC will also need to sign off on it before the shots are rolled out.
Pfizer's trial data shows 1/3 of its adult doses is nearly 91% effective against symptomatic illness in children.
The White House says it's ready to ship out 65 million doses of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine when the federal regulators approve the shots for kids. Extreme weather is moving across the country.
We'll see another round of severe weather from Nebraska deep into Texas, tornadoes possible. And here in the East, we're dealing with the energy from last week's western storm in the form of severe weather in the Carolinas. And now flood watches for the Big Two.
ABC senior meteorologist Rob Marciano says heavy rain is expected in New York City throughout the day, which could cause flooding. The governors of New York and New Jersey have declared states of emergency in preparation for the severe weather. And the Tournament of Roses is due to name its 2022 Rose Queen. Tournament organizers will announce their choice for Queen this afternoon, and she will reign over the annual Rose Parade and Rose Bowl game. The Queen will be chosen from 7 members of the royal court who were selected earlier this month. The theme of the 2022 Rose Parade is Dream, Believe, Achieve. We're taking a look at the 105.
Hello, there we go. If you're just starting your job out that way, you always try to give yourself about a half an hour this time of the morning extra time. It's just plain slow. Now, coming over 6:05, real tough getting through the 710. A lot of traffic joining you there. In safe mode, 110 and all the way that way and to the tunnel up to Florida. Now, eastbound, there was a problem. Actually, we just went over to the right shoulder a little while ago. East 105 is Vermont. That's just before the 110. But after that, you'll be okay. The transition north 710 is quite slow. 91 still in pretty good shape now, coming away from Buena Park all the way over to Gardena. That was 71 a little closer than 710, not too bad. We're getting word of a problem coming through Ontario Pomona on the west 10, a little bit before the 57. We're headed out there right now. More on that coming up. Don't go away. Injured in an accident, visit superwomansuperlawyer.com. Jeff Ball, KFI in the sky.
The Clippers defeated the Portland Trail Blazers 116-86. Luke Kennard was the scoring leader for LA with 23 points. Coach Ty Lue was thrilled about all of it.
I thought our activity was great. I thought Nico came out really to set the tone of denying the basketball and just being in passer lanes. PG having 8 steals. I think T-Man having 4 steals. PG might have 8 deflections at the halftime.
The Lakers, coming off their first win against Memphis on Sunday, are at the San Antonio Spurs at 5:30. And the World Series gets underway today in Houston. The Astros will start Framber Valdez against Atlanta's Charlie Brown Chuck Morton. First pitch at 5:09 Pacific time. I'm Wayne Gaza, Kfi Sports.
The Navistar whole house water filtration system is about producing clean, delicious, high-end filtered water. Now, the difference is when I mention a whole house filter, every single faucet in your home becomes a source of this water. And I have one of these systems at home. Love it. The Navistar system is maintenance-free. Once you put it in, you're done. You never have to worry about it again. All hard water problems, or if you have a hard water problem, Navistar can reduce hard water. My Navistar gets rid of the odor, as yours would. Gets rid of the odor and taste of chlorine. No salt, no chemicals, and chlorine does not do your skin and hair any favors. You're buying directly from the factory, a customized water solution for your home, including installation and customer service support. They've been around for 37 years here in Southern California, so obviously you're in the country. Call 800-334-5009, 800-334-5009. Visit lightsourcewater.com, lightsourcewater.com, Lightsource Water. Taste and feel the difference.
Ready to trade in your old car?
Milan.
Then download the Roto app.
He ain't crap. Dang.
Roto will buy your car and give you the cash you need to buy your next car. Today, you don't even need to leave your house. It's all done online. Roto will even deliver your new car and take your old car away free of charge. So what are you waiting for? Download the Roto app now or check out Roto.com. That's R-O-T-O. The fastest and easiest way to sell your car.
The Dow is up 79, S&P up 22, Nasdaq up 100, and the average price of a gallon of unleaded gas in California is $4.55.
Bayline Advanced Video Security proactively protects your property, stopping crime
Okay.
and stores.
Check out weather from KFI and mostly sunny day ahead. The Dow's just in the mid-60s to right at 70. Right now, it's 53 in Brea, 51 in Downey, 48 in Pacoima. We lead local. Live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom, I'm Justin Jones Lee.
October 26th. And some of the big stories that we are covering are sending, well, the first day before
Awesome.
and we had just a ton of rain. I was in the house here in the South One Day places, Northern California. Yes, the largest storm in California history hit Northern California. And the FDA is, the advisory panel on the FDA is voting today for vaccines for kids between the ages of 5 to 11.
Oh,
serious. So, we've been talking about the various social platforms going in front of the Senate committees and we're going to the House committees. The damage they do and their algorithm, victory space, that's what I'm concentrating on. And the damage they do to kids and the damage they do to all of us by promoting hate speech, white supremacists, and the accusation is your algorithms actually promote this kind of stuff and harm society. And so, therefore, you should be liable for it. And the government can do something. There's no question about it. The government can make it more difficult for, in fact, any of the